Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a great break. Hope everything went well. We're gonna go get started with video one. We're gonna give you guys a couple options for this, and yes, as you see in front of me, the Among Us. I've been asked a lot. It's very popular, as we all know right now. This game, and what they call strike when the iron's hot. So I've never done a project with Among Us before but it is so popular now. And when I say the iron strike when the iron's hot, it's a catchphrase to say why it's popular and why it is the in thing right now. We need to go ahead and do that, okay? All right. So what we're gonna do is give you guys a couple of options, because what happens is you guys, some at home may or may not have pastels. They're gonna use pastels in the class, and our main goal is value intense. Okay. So what you're gonna do, I'm gonna give you a couple of options. If you have the pastels, that's fine. But I also have this watercolor, and then I'll have a basic sketch one with colored pencil. Okay? So that's what we're gonna do first. Right now, we're gonna go ahead and just sketch. Okay? Sorry about the noise in the background. People are walking around. I gotta shut the doors there. All right, we're gonna go ahead and sketch out our Among Us character first. Now, normal paper, whether you use the watercolor paper or regular sketch paper, it's gonna be about a 9 by 12, and we're gonna sketch this out, okay? As always, I'm gonna go light sketch. I'm gonna zoom in so you can actually see the light sketch. Remember, you can stop the video anytime you need to, and so forth. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna go vertical, just so we can make them look big, and I'm just gonna kind of sketch. I'm still been practicing drawing these guys, and as we all know, they are an A, the letter A. So the game begins with the letter Among Us. This one is basically the letter A is the figure. All right, makes it easy for production, for the graphics on the little phone game and such. So it makes sense. That's pretty cool. All right, right now what I'm doing, my gesture, rough gesture. I'm just kind of laying everything out. Let's see, I'm gonna bring this up here. They're not hard, but lining everything up properly can get annoying at times. Just make sure, because you want it to look just like it. Now, the reason this leg is shorter is because he's like kind of at an angle. So we're looking at him almost from the side. Like this is almost his side, okay? And again, light sketching. I'm doing it a little bit darker so you can see it, but I'm just gonna sketch very lightly to make sure I get everything the way I want it. I'm kind of just molding it like clay. All right, I probably want to make it a little bit bigger because it's going to be the only object on here, but for right now, this is good. Now, here's the options. If you are on the watercolor paper and you are going to watercolor this, use black crayon. It's resistant to watercolor. Don't use Sharpie for watercolor because it will leak all and mess this up. This, though, will be resistant. If you were just going to do the colored pencils, take your Sharpie, and first thing I'm gonna do is actually keep the lines I want. And now, the key here is this though. This is not the only line I'm gonna draw, and I'm gonna show you why. I've got pictures on the module, and you'll see this needs to be a lot thicker with the line. So if you're tracing with the crayon, make a dark, thick black line, kind of how I did on this one, okay? With this marker, the Sharpie might be thick enough. If you use your black Crayola marker, I'm grabbing mine right now, you can go back over this and make a real thick black line. And that looks pretty good right there. Trace all of this. Okay, and that's pretty good. Then as always, we're gonna go in and we're gonna polish what we don't wanna keep. So some of those gesture pencil lines that didn't work good, I'm gonna get rid of. Lightly, don't go too crazy with the eraser. You don't wanna rip your paper, wrinkle it. Oops. All right. Now it looks pretty good. Okay, now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get one more sheet of paper because there are a lot of poses for these. I am gonna give you some creativity when it comes to this. So, I have a couple already drawn here. So for instance, I have this one right here. So when we do this, what I have here is, this one's traced in purple, don't worry, we can go back over in black. If you want to do that, that's fine too. If you're not doing the colored pencil, you can trace this. But, and I went ahead and drew this one in advance so you don't have to wait for it. All right, so polish, as always. We're gonna sit here. Sit here, erase. All right, now, what you can do is add all the extras. I've seen some with crowns, so as far as your design process, this is okay. All right, because I know we're gonna do the value, so, but this point right here, whatever background you wanna add, you can do that. I know I've seen boxes in there. Whatever you wanna add, your own little touch to it, it's fine. Okay, you can make it spooky in the background, you name it. So, do those things first, practice. But I was gonna show, and I'm gonna do it on the back of this one. There is that other pose. So one of the other poses I've seen is, it actually goes straight like he's looking in front of you. Maybe a little bit too wide there. Okay. Kind of has the mask like this, and then you will see part of the backpack on one side. Okay. And I'm sorry for the noise in the background. The custodians are having to cut across, so sorry about that. I'm still at work. All right, so here's another pose right here. Now my marker's starting to die, but you get the point, okay? And I can maybe come in here, put a little bit of shine to make it look like glass. Okay? And then do your little background. I know some people have said they've had little aliens on top. I have not played the game yet, but I know the premise, and you'll see on the module, it's actually a parody or a play on, there's a famous movie called The Thing. It was a remake in the 80s, very scary, spooky monster, and he could take the form of anybody, so you didn't know who to trust, and it seems to be the premise of this game. So, all right. So video one, pretty simple. Have fun designing your big, take up the paper, Among Us character, okay? And then on the next video, what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna have to show multiple examples, because if some of you do have the pastel, I'm gonna leave this one out because we're gonna do this one in class, but I know at home you may not have this, and I did not put it on the list because it was a little bit more expensive. I'll show you the watercolor version, okay, and then we'll do the colored pencil version. Okay, all right guys, have fun with this. I hope you like it. Like I said, I got a lot of requests from it here and stuff, so I tried to make some different things cool, so we'll see how this goes. All right, talk to you later guys, bye-bye.